Hey peeps, thanks for peeping. I thought I'd come in here today. You can see I got my little logo down there. Game Table Lab, which is kind of what I've been doing with the generators and things of that nature. So this is just giving it a name for one of them, one of things like this. But anyway, today I thought we would take a look at something that sort of came in my head from goofing around with a short sword and thinking about other game systems like Breathless and Polymorph system, which Polymorph don't really do it, but a lot of them will do that step down, where you step down from a dice, right? Like you start at a certain number of sided dice and you keep going down until you're out. So using those two concepts, I got this idea for a sort of combat system. And as you can see, I'm calling it the dice goblin system because it uses a lot of dice, and we're all dice goblins, and anybody that plays TTRPGs are bad about collecting more dice than they can use. So I thought I would just use this system to help make that worth something, having all this dice. But anyway, basically how it's going to work is your main stat, as it were, is your dice level. And I'm thinking right now, I've been goofing with it a little bit. And I'm thinking right now it works best starting out at D12, but I can imagine being lower and working your way up. But every time in a round, if you get hit, you step down a dice. And if you get down to D4 and you have to step down, then you're dead. Right? And that dice is also used to do checks. Like even when you're out of combat, you're stuck at the dice level you were coming out of combat. And you would have to do your checks. Like if something was going on, you say, well, I want to check and look for something. Well, let's say you're D12, you roll your D12, and you have to be greater than 6 to succeed in that. So it's like a half system. I'm thinking about changing that and altering it per the dice. I still need to really look at the probabilities of each of those dice. But as you can see, combat uses an action point kind of system where you roll. I think this idea came about when I was goofing with the short sword. Just rolling all those dice when we got to the point where I was sort of uh, altering how the rules work to roll all the dice at once. You get that instantaneous round finished, in one roll, which I kind of like that. That was kind of neat. But what I was thinking was the monster's dice will represent like the cost when they roll it, the cost to take them out or to knock them down, not step their dice down. And you need to get them all gone or pay for all of them with your dice. So in other words, you're D12 and you roll, and let's say you had like a 6, and then you rolled all their dice and they had more than 6, then that's more than you can fix or you can pay for. You can hit their hit cost. So one of them's hitting you, you're stepping down, but the ones that you were able to pay or pay the cost for, they would step down until they were dead. So in that way, the combat just from round to round keeps going. And the other idea was that you could have weapons, right? And the weapons would have a die that would enter into the game. For example, there's a dagger, it's a D4, but each time you step down, it steps down, and if it drops below D4, then it's damaged and it's broke. So you'd really want to have let's start with a heavy weapon, or and hope that you don't get hit because it's going to be breaking down. I thought that was kind of neat. I haven't really goofed much with the weapons because I just went straight up without weapons, hand to hand. But also your armor that'll take that adds to your action points, so you can use it to take out the cost of monsters. And I started making tags, but I'm not really going to mess with that much tonight and showing it off. But the different tags would give you certain abilities like oh, excuse me, right there. The action points could be used to not just pay the hot hit cost, but you could just pay to get out of something. Like you see escape there, and you'd be able to pay, that cost from your action points. You just get away, or you could climb something if there was an object in the room, Or if you had rope, you could try to trap a couple of them and tie them up and just take them out and play that way. Or you could parlay. You could talk about. So yeah, I was wanting to add that to it. I haven't really played with that much yet either. But here's some of the tags, and they grant you certain extras. Like you see the ones with the stars by them, they actually give you extra ability within the role. For example, we'll look at Weapon Master. Whatever weapon type you have, it produces its highest value. But you still roll it because if it's a 6, then it can explode. And that's the other thing I forgot to talk about is exploding dice. Like with weapons, that's all I'll put in here so far. I've been working on this a little bit at a time as I have opportunities. We really didn't look at exploding dice, did we? No. Yeah, there it is. My bad. You have weapons. When a weapon's dice rolls its highest number, it explodes. In other words, you can roll another one of it and just keep adding it. And then that way your weapon it can help you out if you roll really well. But anyway, I've messed with it a little bit on my own, just goofing around. And I thought we'd try it out. We'll just start out with the little D12 there. I turned my light off on my camera because all these dice are kind of shiny. Even without the light, you can kind of see the shine on it. But let's say just a simple one. Let's say he was. Let's roll a d6. That's what I was doing the other night. We'll roll a d6. How many guys we're gonna fight? Just 2. And that's a pretty simple way to start out. Let's get this. Now, unfortunately, 4-sided dice just does not show up at all. But anyway, let's say I had a weapon. I'm going to get a short sword because the short sword was a d6. So I know this guy will well. Yeah. I need to get more white dice with black pips. So you take all these dice, and I hate rolling 4-sided dice. Alright, but oh gosh. So anyway, I don't know if you see my actual character dice rolled 3, but his weapon dice rolled 4, and this is a 2 and a 1. Actually, I could take them out with that. So since they're already at the lowest, when I can pay for them, I was at 3, paid for both of those, so it took them out and knocked them down and stepped them down. So they would be gone, and I could move on to the next round or move to the next room or whatever it was. So let's say this time, how many guys? Well, that's a bit much, but we'll try it. We'll try it. 5. Oh, I think it wasted too soon. So let's get 5 D4 guys just for just a test here to show it off. And you saw how quick that the combat went. And that's what's neat about it. It holds all the information on the dice for you. Like, once again, this guy is not rolling good. 3 and a 4. Once again, it's a 7. And I could take these 2 guys out. I don't know if you can see it. This guy was a 4, and this guy was a 3. So I can take them out. And it doesn't take you down multiple levels. In other words, I can't pay for them 3. It doesn't take you down 3. It just takes you down 1. And you go to the next round. So I had to go down a dice. So the next one down would be a 10. And unfortunately, my weapon dice will drop down too. Where's my 10? There it is. There's my 10, and my weapon dice, unfortunately, is damaged down to a D4. So there and now I'm like that. So now with all these guys, I got to remember. Let me get this pretty green one. There you go. Oh, never mind. There's 2 green ones. Let's do this blue one. Yeah. So hear me against all the monsters. Here's my 10. That's my character dice is a 7 on there. I don't know if you can see it. And my blue dice, my blue dice is a 2, so that's 9 points. So this guy is 3, this guy is 1, and this guy is 2, so that's 6. So I have enough to cover it, so I would take all of them out. But now I'm stuck at 10 going, and that D4 for weapon. So probably more like if I get knocked down again, I'm gonna lose that. So let's say we're gonna get a little bit higher. So the D4 would be like a little minion, you know. In the games that I usually make, I usually have my minion guy be the beetle boys or like the lowest level, like little beetle people. So let's say how many guys we're gonna face this time? Oh Lord, he's fixing to die here. So let's get some dice for that. So that was 6 guys. These are D6 guys. These are more robust guys, and you can see we won't have a problem. Oh, but we can look at that other option. I'm gonna roll them all. We might get lucky. So there's mine. I have a 4 and 2. That's a 6. All right, got. I can take that guy out. I'd probably better take 2 guys out. Yeah. Or let me bring up that what rules we got so far. Let me go back on there. Remember, we had things we could buy. Escape was 2 times the number of enemy. Got 6 points. Ugh. 6 times 2 is 12. So I can't even pay for that. So oh well. It was a thought. But anyway, we'll go back to what we was going to do. So we're going to take these 2 guys out. Oh no, we don't take them out. I'm sorry. They drop down to their next level. So we take them all, those off, and throw these guys back in. Because they're still there. They've just been knocked down a level. And I've been knocked down a level. So I'm an 8 now. From a 10 to go down to an 8. At first, when I first started messing with this, I thought it would be too. This is him. These 2 are him. It would be too. What's the word I'm looking for? Easy. But as I got to playing it, I was like, oh no, it's not. But it's just too much for him. Really, he's gonna. But see how all these dice sort of, if you remember who's what, they work pretty good together. And I love chunking them off sometimes. I mean, where am I at? I'm 6. Where's my dice? There he is. So I'm 10. Right now I'm 10. All right. So I can take. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that good. This one is a 1 and a 1, so that's 2. Remember, I got 10. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I put 3 in, but it wouldn't do enough to get rid of them. So only 4 of them can I take out. So either way, I'm getting knocked down. So these guys are gone. I get them all here. And these 2 guys will be jumping down, dropping down. So we still got to deal with them. Should have took those 2 out. Now I got to drop down to a 6 myself. I think it's the blue. Goes with that. And once I drop down, my weapon broke. Once it drops down past D4, it's busted. And that's something I'm thinking about getting rid of because it makes it kind of hard, but I haven't decided 100% on that yet. So 1 more round on this, probably. Well, 2 more rounds because he's got 1. Alright, I got no weapon. Where's my guy? There he is. It's 2 points. It's nothing. Well, I can hit these 2 guys, but either way, I'm getting hit. So I lose him. Drop him down to 1 when I did it again. So either way, I'm dropping down. So now I'll be dropping down into a D4. My D4 was down here somewhere. There he is. That blue one. So more than likely, he's going to die this next round. Some kind of miracle happens. You never know. Where's my guy at? 2 points. Oh, well. So either way, he could have took this guy out. Yeah, I would have took that guy out. But I still would have got hit. I would have got knocked down. I don't know, would have got killed. But I think you could see how that runs. It's interesting to me because, like I said, all the information is there on the dice. One thing I don't like, I need to get this cool four-sided that stand. They're like little terminated crystals, double terminated crystal looking things. I need to get some of them so they'll show up better. But as you can see, it kind of all the information is there. You know, it just needs more stuff. It needs more tweaks. Like if that character had been a weapon master, his dice would have always just been the top number it normally would be, and he would roll it anyway because then it might explode. I never had one explode either. That would kind of bites, but if one exploded, I could have kept rolling dice with it. But it has a lot of opportunity because you would have that, then you would have tags, and tags would help you do with a lot of different things. But anyway, I thought I'd get on here real quick and put that out there. I'll hope to do more of these game tables. As I get this more fleshed out, I'll probably eventually put it on RPG Trader, and I'll probably put it in a link as I update. I'll probably make another video about it. But let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, and I appreciate you.